K bola wan guam iai kalo K best friends God is morning, day, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this video, friend. How you vibing today thus far? I hope all is well. I hope all is blessed. For my friends coming back, you already know the vibes. So bienvenida, preta. Welcome, Black. Black is for expansion. For my new friends, bienvenue. Welcome. Let me introduce myself before we break bread. I am a real journey in these social media streets, the rare Black alicorn. I associate myself to a Black alicorn because, as I said, Black is associated to expansion, growth, maturity, and our darkness. And our darkness is our subconscious realms, our divine feminine realms, where our mental and emotional states of beings is rooted, And alicorns are a combination of a unicorn and a Pegasus. And you already know horses symbolize freedom and unicorns and Pegasus rep magic. So I, like you, friend, am on my own journey of breaking free of being a limited conscious individual in my energy, like you, to be as free as possible within my power, my energy, and my spirit. And energy starts within our subconscious states of being, our divine feminine energy, meaning our emotions. And what you do with your emotions, no matter what your emotional state of being is, defines your divine masculine energy, because your emotions builds and defines the types of thoughts, ideas, dreams, goals, and so forth that you have. And your emotions define how you process or how you choose to process your goals, dreams, and whatnot, which is why you form and formulate your perspectives and prospectives of yourself and your life. And long story short, at the end of your day, friend, you're ultimately following your soul's vibe, no matter who or what physically adds to you, healthily or unhealthily. Life, I realize, in the physical 3D realms is our individual energy reconfiguring your conscious state of being between what you both unconsciously and consciously know about both your subconscious darkness that manifests into your conscious light, aka your physical part of your life. And on my channel, I like to talk about our universal conscious energy behind our individual understandings of self-love that's connecting us to our soul contracts and creating our soul ties through astrology and tarot. We all know we're in the energy of 9 and we're wrapping up Virgo energy. So right now, the conscious state of being, with it being Tuesday, is based upon Mars energy, because Mars rules Tuesdays, friend. And Tuesdays, so it's all about the battles within us that keeps us in our soul contracts and connects our soul ties, in which why we stay in the energies that we stay in, aka relationships that we stay in, which is why today's quote of the day, as you see in the thumbnail, is: once you realize the power of your words, you won't just say anything. Once you realize the power of your thoughts, you won't just think anything. Once you realize the power of your presence, you won't just be anywhere. Blessed. So, friend, for more information about the month of September energy that surrounds us universally, go ahead and check out that description in my description area. Remember that even though today's readings is based upon the energy for today, at the same time, it is timeless, because much like life, energy moves in cycles and phases, which is why we go through certain lessons repeatedly, as well as get our blessings. And sometimes when it's stuck in, we stay up when our blessings come in, and sometimes we don't, but that's just how life is, but at the end of the day, just remember, friend, every day has purpose. You have purpose. And at the end of the day, you're a whole vibe. We're all here to have the best and healthiest life as best we can. And a term I like to say, a Cuban term that I like to use, is albino pan pan, or no, Alpan Pan y Bino Bino. Sorry, I forgot. I was about to get it backwards. As well as Almal Timpio Buena Cara, which means call things for what they are. Look on the bright side, because we honestly are our own creator and co-creators in physical form. So claim your power today, friend. And go ahead, go down to the pile selection below. We have pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Claim your piles. And I'll see you in your piles. Hi, Pile 4. Not Pile 4, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. Okay, Pile 2. So you picked a pile with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. So starting off, that just tells me that based on today's energy of Mars, the battle that's within you, your higher self is wanting you to release and let go, is the fact that you have a hard time placing your energy where it needs to be placed. And that can be a hard time, because it's like, well, what do I do? When we are learning how to become our own self leaders and listen to our inner self, meaning learning how to listen to our thoughts, and learning how to pay attention to our emotional states of beings. It's not easy, because talking to yourself and having those heart-to-heart conversations and stuff, and then you realize certain things about yourself, it's like, oh gosh, I don't want to face this. You want to run away. So you do not want to place your energy there. But your higher self is saying, you got this, especially with this Kali Ma coming out in reverse. That's divine feminine energy. And look what it says. It says you can trust that what is happening now will give way to a new expression when the time is right. That right time will be the best time when your readiness matches the requirements for success. Attend to your work with determination and hope in your heart. Trust that the divine is taking care of everything else. Your progress is spiritually protected. So ultimately, no matter what you're working on in life, the universe, the consciousness in your realm, in your higher self, is just saying, trust yourself. At the end of the day, what's to be is to be. Don't fall for the deception. Make sure you self-care, take care of yourself, especially because self-care came out twice. It came out here, and what is this? This level up. Yeah, this is my level up oracle deck, and then this is my ancestor oracle deck. So self-care came out twice for you. And when you take care of yourself, you're able to focus. It doesn't necessarily mean, hey, with this card, focus on your children. It just means focus on what you're trying to birth. Because at the end of the day, just like with an actual pregnancy, when you're trying to bring life into the world, you have to take care of yourself. You have to, make sure you're feeding yourself well when you're pregnant. For those who are masculines listening to this, it's about just making sure you do what you need to do. You might not 100% be able to understand as far as what a woman goes through when they're pregnant, but ultimately the energy I'm getting from this is just focusing on yourself. So that way, whatever it is that you want to give birth to, you can actually create it, So whatever your goals are, whatever your intentions are this week, this month, this year, if you want to see some growth, first you have to understand what you need to do to take care of you, so you can, and don't fall for anything deception. So pretty much, especially with today being Tuesday and the energy surrounding us, like I said, is Mars. It's all about breaking away from deception. Deception is you feel something is off and you're not right. So ultimately, it's just us saying, okay, you know what? I've been doing this way for a while, and this is not working. I need to change it up. And you feeding life into yourself, however you may do it. It could be affirmations. It could be you Maybe changing your eating habits. It could be you maybe incorporating some type of extra movement into your life. But at the end of the day, your higher self is saying ending. Remember, endings are merely transformations. So things will eventually change. I'm saying things will eventually change, but ultimately you have to take care of you so that way you can place your energy exactly where you need it to be. So that way you can overcome any and all challenges in your life, and as well as when something low-key toxic or whatever comes into your life, you won't fall for the deception, because you'll know it's not for me, because your energy is exactly where you need it to be, and you'll be balanced within your life. Let's see what this is. It says, she is the tantric queen of outcasts, unveiling the hidden inner power to thrive outside conventional society. If you have been denied love and respect, she brings healing and empowerment. If you have suffered rejection, abandonment, or been labeled as unworthy in any way, she brings dignity and repair. She clears the way for a creative, joyful, and vibrant life path. Yeah, friends. So like I said, I'm still seeing that overall, sometimes things don't work out in life. And that's just because ultimately us in our adulting time, we have a hard time trying to figure out where to place our energy, meaning where to place your thoughts and where to place your emotions. So that way, whatever it is you want out of life, you can actually have it. So that way you're not investing into mentally as well as, and especially emotionally, because that's what creates our soul contracts. And that's also what creates our soul ties. Because once you invest emotionally into something or someone, it's kind of hard I ain't gonna say it's kind of hard. It's very hard to break free, especially once you invest the emotional part, because that's what creates the relationship, because think about it. When you're not interested in something, you don't do it. You're not thinking about it. But when you start thinking, when something looks attractive or someone looks attractive to you or whatnot, it creates emotions that will attract you more, and then next thing you know, you're having good thoughts and you see your future in a certain type of way, in a more positive type of way. And then when you physically start working towards, that goal, that idea, that dream that you have, it's like, and it's solidifies it, so when it doesn't work out, it's like, well, why doesn't it work out? Which is why this Kali Ma card came out in reverse. It's like, don't trust the process, because sometimes things don't work out because we might have misplaced our energy in life, meaning your thoughts and your emotions. And ultimately, if it doesn't work out, it's just a wake up call from your higher self and from Mother God, universe, divine, whatever you believe in as far as God, just saying, hey, it's okay. Make sure through it all, you treat yourself well, so that way you can stay focused on what it is that you actually want, and let the things that isn't for you at this time fall away. Ashe. I hope you have a blessed up day, friend. Peace, love, and bliss. And I will see you in the next motivational video or in the astral realms. Bye. Hi, Pal 3 friends. Welcome to your reading. So, today I see your higher self. For your motivational message is the fact that with the Queen of Pentacles coming out, the first thing that came to mind is that you are somebody who is emotionally established. And I'm not gonna lie, friend, don't shoot the messenger. I heard the word stubborn, especially with the cleanse and meditate card coming out, and then the magician card. I was pulled to leave those at the bottom of the deck and just flip them over. And so, what I'm getting today as far as your message as internal, because once again, today is ruled by Mars, and Mars is the god of war in Greek mythology. So it's all about our internal towers, our karma that we're bringing to ourselves, that we want to avoid. So sometimes you have to pay attention to where you're emotionally establishing yourself at Friend, especially with these Kalimar cards that came out, it says a process of profound and enduring transformation is leading you toward a powerful rebirth, free from even the moment persistent patterns or pains of your past. Your soul is in deep healing. Recovery can be painful, but you will emerge renewed and released. You are blessed to experience a new life within this lifetime. And then you have the message, commit entirely and without hesitation to your most passionate inspirations. There are genius and wisdom in what you yearn to do. You have a greater capacity to attain fruition than those around you may recognize. Believe in yourself, even if no one else does. It is not imagination that drives you towards your destiny, but the instinctive recognition of your true purpose. Yeah, like I said, because I had gotten the download when I saw this card. At first, when I saw it, I was like, okay, this is somebody who's emotionally established. Like, you know your emotions, but you may know your emotions, but subconsciously you might get stuck, aka stubborn, and being a certain type of way, because at the end of the day, when it's time, when you're speaking life, which is what the Magician card is all about, when you're speaking life into yourself, when you're willing and willing not, when you're stating what you're willing to do and what you're willing not to do, sometimes we are blocking ourselves. So it's, to me right now, it's like, okay, right now I'm having a hard time emotionally detaching from thinking a certain type of way. Like, maybe you might be the type where your emotions, I ain't gonna lie, I've just heard the word overthink a lot. Like, I just overthink a lot. And we do, especially when it's something going on or that we don't want, or we're trying to move forward in a certain way, move forward in our life, to a better, healthier way of being. And then it's your mind and your emotions that block you, but ultimately your emotions. So ultimately, I just hear, like, this week, you might want to work on, you might pay attention more to what you're emotionally attaching yourself to and how you're blocking yourself. That's what I'm ultimately hearing, because of the fact that it's like, okay, because it's keeping you stuck and it's making you stubborn and it's blocking you from moving on, to better things. And it's blocking you from being able to commit to something entirely, because when you're stuck in a certain way of being emotionally, it's hard to detach. You can't, it creates hesitation. It creates blockages. So ultimately, friend, I'm hearing that for you today as your motivational message, to give something to think about and stuff. Like, you got this, but you just have to pay attention to where you're emotionally establishing yourself, where you're saying, listen, it's my way or the highway, and that's just how I feel type of vibe. That's what I just heard. It's my way or the highway. That's what your higher self and you are, your divine masculine energy and your divine feminine. That's where the battle lies. It's like, you physically want to move a certain type of way and you have all these great ideas, but at the same time, emotionally, because you're established in being one certain type of way and you're used to, like, it's like a self-protecting mechanism that I'm hearing, but is low vibrational, because like I said, it's blocking you, because you want to move forward with something that will bring you a better investment, that will bring you prosperity, that will bring you abundance, that will bring you ultimately better health, better money, because that's what energy is all about. With this Pentacles card coming out, it's like, okay, you ultimately want to see an increase somewhere in your life, but it's you emotionally that's blocking you. That's where your divine feminine is trying to tell you, like, hey, emotionally, this is where I'm at. This is the type of emotions that I'm taking, using and utilizing, and I'm taking action in and within, it's hurting you. You're hurting you, so, and we don't mean to, we always try to do the best we can and stuff, but sometimes we don't realize how much we block ourselves. I'm learning that lesson myself. So, but friend, that's your motivational message for today, as far as the divine feminine and masculine consciousness battle that's going on, that you were pulled to for this pile. It's just paying attention to your emotions and where you're being stuck, emotionally stuck. And is it actually protecting you or is it actually hurting you? That's the vibe that I'm getting. That's all I have for you today. You enjoy the rest of your day. Stay blessed up. See you in the next POW or reading or in the astral realms. Peace, love, and bliss. Bye. Hi, POW 4 friend. Welcome to your reading. Okay, POW 4 friends. So you picked the Page of Swords POW. And pretty much when I saw this and then I pulled, sorry, I had to pre-shuffle because my ring light is broken. I don't know why I've been pulled because I didn't say that in the other piles to explain it. But I feel like you always are, you're the type that you hold on to, you are emotionally attached to the problems that, or the challenges and obstacles that you've endured in your life thus far and stuff, especially because the zodiac sign Aquarius, that rules the Page of Swords, and especially with it coming out again with the Knight of Swords in reverse and stuff, and Aquarius rules the Knight of Swords as well. And then you have the Seven of Swords that came out, and it was first it was hiding this Knight of Swords, and then I realized it was two cards that came out. And so consciousness, your divine masculine and divine feminine energy this month is wanting to give you the heads up that, hey, I heard high vibrational empath, meaning like you take on everybody else's problems. Like either you're the type where you attach yourself to a lot of people to support them, and or you are just being trauma dumped on right now. I feel like everybody comes to you, or a lot of people come to you with their issues and things that's going on with their life. Like, it's nothing wrong to be supportive of people, but at the same time, you have to protect your energy, because energetic wise, when we go to sleep at night, you have to realize your brain, your mind, your soul, your spirit, it reviews what you did that day. So that way you could set yourself up to be better and healthier the next day. And I'm just seeing a lot of like trauma, especially with this Four of Coins. It's like your energy is always being placed in the areas where there's issues and you can't move on to good things when you're always thinking about the problems and the obstacles that's going on. Let's read the Kali Ma card. It says, in unusually challenging situations, the ways we have supported ourselves during some ordinary times are insufficient. We need to be open to divine inspiration, protection, and proceeding in new ways. Here is a portent of unexpected success. Even if everything appears to be going against you, the tide shall turn through divine grace. So your ultimate message today, with it being Mars energy on a Tuesday, and especially with this being the 19th, which is a sun card energy, and it's all about consciousness and freeing yourself of certain ways of being so you could start to protect yourself, which is what masculine energy is all about, as well as creating more vitality, more life, more healthier blood source and resource, things like that. It's all about you just understanding, like, especially with this Page of Swords, how you're attaching yourself to your I'm just hearing, like, I keep hearing the word trauma, even though it might not be trauma, but we mentally can attach ourselves and emotionally attach ourselves, and when to trauma, meaning if you're constantly in a state of thinking about problems and issues, you're creating a energetic state of being, as ultimately in your mind and in your heart space being like it's chaotic. So like as soon as you wake up, you could wake up and the day could be great. Nothing happened, but for some reason you might feel emotionally and mentally drained, or, all of a sudden you're tired. And then, what else happens when when your energy is in a state of chaos, because it's like always problem solving, and mentally and emotionally that's draining. And that could be why you're always drained, because that's what I just saw. Somebody who's always drained and or tired, like mentally tired or emotionally tired, because mentally, subconsciously, you're attaching yourself to issues and problems. And then if you are around people too, or people are just constantly telling you their business, and it's like problems and issues on top of you trying to figure out how you can maintain your peace and balance in your own life, then that's, you end up developing an attachment to that type of energy. And I'm just hearing your higher self and universe just saying, like, be conscious of that, because you want to change the way challenges come to you, and you also want to change how you handle challenges, but you have to be conscious of how you are mentally and emotionally attaching to how you view challenges, especially with this Eight of Cups coming out in reverse. With it being reverse, reversals to me is like higher messages from our soul, from our higher selves, from universe, from ultimately divine feminine energy, just saying, hey, this is what you're doing to nurture yourself. This is how you're moving in order to protect yourself, your emotions, your energy, this is how you're mothering yourself. And because it came out in reverse, it's like, this is where you're giving your strength at. You're committing yourself because there's a lot of swords to just, you're committing yourself without you being noticed to always push forward in an energetic state of, I'm hearing chaos, like not having, control of your chaotic energy, which is your divine feminine energy, your emotions and stuff. So it's like you wake up and you could have a good day and you could feel good, but then all of a sudden it's like your stress symptoms come, like tiredness, foggy brain, what else? Confusion, just any and all emotions or mental states of being of depletion. And so ultimately that's your message, is so you would know moving forward, just pay attention now to where you are actually, where your mental and emotional state of being. Protect your energy more by making sure that whenever negative thoughts, or when you start to overthink, your mind starts to move a lot, or your emotions switch from being positive to negative, that you start to pay attention to you pay attention, so that way you can think, that, and counteract it by, as soon as those thoughts pop into your mind, you say what it is you want. Speak your affirmations over your life. As soon as those emotions come in, think about what had happened that day that may have contributed to why you feel the way you feel. Like, who was you around? What happened that day? What happened the day before or as of recently? Because at the end of the day, we are going to always phase in and out of certain emotional states of being that contributes to the way we think and how we feel and how we handle our life, So ultimately, that's your message, friend, for today, as far as how to move forward in your Mars energy and how you handle your internal battles. And it's for you to be conscious more of the fact that when those battles come, in the physical sense, how they're creating and affecting you internally with your mind and your heart space. And that's where you're giving your strength at. That's where you're giving your energy at and stuff. And if you want to protect yourself better, so that way you don't continue to attract that, just start speaking more positivity into your life and making sure you're taking care of yourself, so that way you can do better and feel better about what is going on for yourself, and set up some boundaries. That's what I also heard too. Set up some healthier boundaries. That's all I have for you, friend. I hope you have a blessed up day. Stay blessed up. See you in the astral realms or the next video. Peace, love, and bliss. Bye.